And you should take your words back, and you should take your words back. Joe was a class act.
What did I do wrong?
He wasn't talking about him. He didn't say he's a piece of shit.
From now on, that's it.
Back then, right? And Joe needed us.
I made it cool when I came home.
No, it wasn't about actually putting food on someone's table.
In jail.
Guess why? He wasn't on the list.
Okay, let's get into it. So RHONJ finished its last season back in August 2024, and since then, it's been on what they're calling a deep pause.
It really signals that the network is doing a major reevaluation. They're looking at everything, the cast, the format, maybe the whole direction. It suggests there's maybe a deeper issue they need to sort out.
And right in the middle of this pause, Teresa Giudice is speaking out, promoting her ideas for the show from Australia, actually.
Yeah, she was pretty candid.
She really was. She said flat out she wants new blood and new friends to make the show not so toxic and so dark. That's quite a statement about her own show.
It is, and what's really fascinating, I think, is how she connects that darkness directly to her family members joining the cast. She even claims it happened behind her back. Her quote was, family came on, and it's like, then it got really dark, and there's no need for that.
Wow. So she's pinpointing the family dynamic, which, let's be honest, drove a lot of the show's drama for years as the source of the problem now.
Exactly. Family drama can be ratings gold, super compelling stuff, but it can also curdle, you know? If the relationships get so broken, maybe beyond repair on camera, does it become unsustainable? Teresa clearly feels it has.
It's a huge question. Can RHONJ even be RHONJ without that core family element, even if it is toxic? And she didn't just talk vaguely about new blood. She got specific about who she does want back from the last season, season 14.
Yeah, she did. She named 3 people: Jennifer Aiden, Dolores Catania, and Jackie Goldschneider.
Okay.
But maybe even more telling is who she doesn't want back. If you look at the bigger picture here.
Right. Who's on the out list?
Well, according to her comments, that would be Melissa Gorga, Margaret Josephs, Danielle Cabral, Rachel Fuda, and Jennifer Fessler.
So basically everyone who sided with Melissa in their big feud last season.
Pretty much. She links them to that darkness she mentioned as like a major star trying to actively influence casting and reshape the whole show around her.
That's a bold move. So Teresa's laying down the law, basically listing her dream cast. What's the network saying? How's Bravo responding to all this in the deep pause?
Well, we did hear from Andy Cohen. He was on The View back in June.
Okay, what did she say?
He confirmed they are casting for RHONJ. He used the phrase deep pause to acknowledge that, but then said they are, and this is his quote, actively there casting and kind of looking at the future of what that will be.
Actively casting, so it's not dead in the water.
Doesn't sound like it. He also made sure to call it a great franchise. So they're acknowledging the pause, the need for a rethink, but they're committed. They're actively working on season 15.
Interesting.
It really puts Bravo in a tough spot, though, doesn't it?
Yeah.
How do you actually bring in that new blood Teresa wants? Maybe dial down the darkness, but without losing the core audience. You know, the fans who might actually like those established, sometimes messy relationships. It's a balancing act.
Yeah, a really tricky one. Are they trying to evolve the show because they have to? Or is it more of a calculated risk to, like, reboot its energies? Okay, next update we have from Vanderpump Rules that recently emerged. The revelation about Brock Davies' affair while Scheana was pregnant. And speaking of reactions, we're hearing from Brittany Cartwright on her When Reality Hits podcast. She expressed genuine surprise about Brock's affair, stating she only found out a month or so ago.
Oh, really? That recently?
Yeah. What's even more telling is her observation that many of Scheana's close friends were apparently unaware of the affair until the memoir excerpt made waves. Brittany took a remarkably empathetic stance, noting that mistakes happen, and she refused to judge Scheana for choosing to stay with Brock, referencing her own past experiences with public relationship challenges. She also shared that Brock and Scheana are doing great now with their daughter, Summer.
Right.
Moving on to another key player in the circle, Lala Kent also weighed in on Brock's affair, discussing it on her Give Them Lala podcast. Lala confirmed she knew about the affair, though she admitted not for a while. She even shared that Scheana gave her a heads-up call about the memoir excerpt before it went public.
Okay, so she got a heads up. While she previously called out red flags with Brock, she now respects him as a great father to Summer Moon, as well as her own children, Ocean and Sosa. This demonstrates a shift in her perspective, acknowledging not just the complexities of relationships, but also the potential for personal growth and redemption in a very public sphere.
Right.
Her belief that mistakes happen and that Brock likely feels regret adds another layer to her understanding, showing that opinions aren't static in this world.
Now, shifting gears from personal revelations to public fabrication, let's talk about a dramatic rumor that recently swept through social media surrounding The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 15 filming.
Good.
A fan page on X claimed a physical altercation occurred between Jennifer Tilly and Faye Resnick. The post even alleged that sources heard glass shatter and that Jennifer yelled, "You don't know who you're messing with, Faye."
Wow.
Here's where it gets really interesting. Jennifer Tilly's swift and absolutely witty clapback on X.
Oh, I saw this.
She completely dismissed the rumor as plain silly, clarifying she hasn't even filmed with Faye, and calling Faye the sweetest person, making it clear there'd be no yelling. Then she humorously added, "Glass is expensive."
Right. Classic Tilly.
Kyle Richards also weighed in, questioning, where do they come up with this stuff?
And that raises an important question. How much does social media fuel or even distort reality within these shows? It's a powerful tool for fan engagement, sure, but also a breeding ground for speculation and outright fiction. It's also worth noting Jennifer's own tease about a potential full-time role on the show and her declaration that season 15 will be a powder keg, which itself adds to the buzz.
Moving from Beverly Hills to the sunny shores of Miami, we have some significant backlash faced by Julia Lemigova's wife, Martina Navratilova.
Right?
Martina recently posted, and then quickly deleted, a controversial comment on surrogacy, stating, "Surrogacy is just wrong. Sometimes you can't have it all." This followed an earlier post about the potential risks associated with egg donation.
Oof. Yeah, the immediate fan reactions on X were intense and varied. Some expressed anger, accusing Martina of imposing on a woman's choice, while others made humorous jabs about her and Julia having recently adopted 2 boys.
Right, the irony wasn't lost on people.
But it's important to clarify that some fans urged others to read the referenced article, which discussed health risks like ovarian hyperstimulation syndrome or OHSS for young egg donors, and clarified that younger donors are often preferred despite the higher risks.
And this controversy also links back to existing RHOM drama, doesn't it? Julia and Gertie Abrera have had their share of issues, including Gertie missing the Zoom call for Julia and Martina's adoption announcement, and Julia even throwing a drink at Gertie in a previous episode. It just adds to the overall tension.
Exactly.
From public opinions that spark controversy, let's pivot to another RHOM personality, Stephanie Shojaee, who recently robustly denied some online rumors on her Instagram story. She directly addressed claims that she slept her way up and that she was her husband Masood Shojaee's ex-wife's assistant.
And Stephanie's responses were notably direct and sharp. She clapped back at the slept your way up claim with a retort about her critic likely having slept yourself to the Walmart clearance aisle. She also very strongly denied ever meeting Masood's ex-wife, calling such rumors from bitter people looking for attention.
What's fascinating here is Stephanie's own self-admitted personality traits. She described herself as a little too judgy, definitely hot-tempered, and I've got an attitude, but believes these traits don't last long.
Right?
She even directly told one hater to try a little Botox and another that looking cheap on purpose isn't really my thing.
Which demonstrates how some reality stars choose to engage directly, even abrasively, with online criticism, rather than ignoring it or offering, a placating response.
Yeah, no placating there. Next update we have about Kelly Dodd's strong reactions to The Real Housewives of Orange County Season 18 premiere. She called the premiere obnoxious in an Instagram post, holding absolutely nothing back.
Her specific criticisms were quite pointed, particularly regarding Emily Simpson. She lambasted Emily's decision to lawyer up over claims about her kid speaking negatively of Heather Dorit, with Kelly arguing that you can't sue for the truth for a public figure.
Yeah.
She also found Emily sharing her son's disordered eating on camera to be obnoxious, questioning the appropriateness of such a personal reveal for reality television.
And Kelly didn't stop there. She also claimed that kids don't like Heather Doria and that no kids like going over to Heather's house.
Ouch.
She criticized Emily for yelling at Katie Janela, seeing it as the same old thing playing out in RHOC drama, and her boyfriend Dodd even critiquing their house.
Wow, she went there.
Oh, yeah. She and her husband, Rick Leventhal, also shaded Tamra Judge for her claims about being on the spectrum and having trauma, suggesting they didn't believe these claims.
Yeah,